Hello, welcome back to Matt's Movie News. If you're new to the show, I like to take stories from the past week and bring them to you guys, give you my thoughts on them, and also ask for your thoughts. Today's show is going to be, the main stories are Netflix bringing Stranger Things finale to the cinemas, Spiderman 4 with Tobey Maguire getting an exciting update, and we talk about the first reactions to Wicked for Good. So let's get going. I'm going to start off with another AI story. I've been covering quite a lot of them recently. But apparently the actor Simu Liu, who you may know from Shang-Chi and Barbie and a couple of other things, has been talking about how people have been recommending that AI is used for, in particular, like background performers, like extras and things, and saying, oh yeah, we can just use it for them because they're not as important and stuff. And in particular, Liu was referring to a comment from Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, who said that we can just use AI for extras because they're not that important, are they? Essentially. And it will save money. Yeah, these films cost a lot of money, and if you use AI instead of paying people, then it'll be a lot cheaper, basically. And Simu Liu was not a big fan of this idea because obviously he started his career being like background performer, and he has said, first of all, I thought that take that I was responding to is a really dumb take, particularly really tone deaf and out of touch, and also kind of incorrect. The idea that these background actors who are making minimum wage are somehow the reason why movies are now costing too much, that's just simply not true. And he then followed that up with, films are such an artist medium. Of all the uses of AI that have come forth, replacing art is just, I feel like, the last thing that anybody wants to do with AI. I feel like art is art because it's human. It comes down to even the way that extras move. It all plays into the frame, and it's all meaningful to the story. I really do feel like human beings are smart. I feel like when we see somebody in the background not moving like a human, we know. I feel like we could still feel, tell the difference, at least right now. So yeah, see, this is kind of following on from the whole bloody Tilly Norwood thing, isn't it? Where people they were like, oh yeah, we'll just start replacing people and it'd be cheaper and all sorts. Yay, more money for us to actually save and make money from the film because we're not got to make so much back. Yeah, I don't get it. I see where it's coming from. Because obviously everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? And if you're not giving people that chance to start from being an extra, then you might miss out on potentially some of the best actors ever. You know what I mean? Like, not dissimilar, but like to say he's gone from like nothing to like something in like short space of time. So, and obviously a lot of that would have been down to him learning from being like a background performer and stuff. So I can definitely see where he's coming from. He's not the only person recently to comment on things like this, obviously. Funnily enough, I reported on Frankenstein not long ago, and Guillermo del Toro 1,000,000% is not on board for AI, because recently he said that he'd rather die than use AI in any of his films, which is extreme. But he is very practical, isn't he, Guillermo del Toro? I don't think he likes using animation hardly at all, really. When you think about the films that he's done, like Pan's Labyrinth is pretty much practical all the way through. This Frankenstein looks practical. Like Hellboy, mainly like costumes and practical effects and things, and he revels in it, doesn't he? I think he kind of sees them. They're like real life toys, aren't they? Like moving toys and things, and he likes tangible stuff. You know what I mean? He likes things to be really there. So I think it helps him. And he also said in one of the screenings of Frankenstein, he said FAI, but obviously without the censors, which was quite nice of him. But yeah, more actors sticking up for the little guy, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like I like how he says that obviously there is he does go on to say like there are positive applications for AI, and like it can enhance. Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt said it as well. He said that there is places for AI, but it's not replacing things that we need humanity for. You know what I mean? Like art is a human thing, isn't it? It shouldn't be being produced by something that's not human. So I totally get that. What do you guys think? Do you think? I mean, it's almost like bots in games, isn't it? You know what I mean? Where they don't bother really putting as much effort into animating the bots, do they, in games? They're just kind of like walking up against walls and stuff and like glitching in the background. And you're just like, oh, it's alright. It's just a bot. And he's not a playable character, or is it? Don't matter. It's that kind of the same kind of sentiment, but with people, which is a bit worrying. But what do you guys think? Do you think AI should be replacing humans, even if it's just in the background of films? Or let me know. What do you think? Do you agree with Simu Liu? Do you think he's been a bit touchy about it because he's an actor? I don't personally, but I enjoy the industry and stuff, and I have acted and stuff, and I do enjoy it. I can't imagine it feels great when you're like, oh yeah, great, more jobs that we're not going to get because it's been replaced by synthetic things that aren't real. Yay. But yeah, right. My next story is Netflix is going against the grain of its own rules and starting to put stuff in cinemas. Yeah, putting the Stranger Things finale. I think it's New Year's Eve. I think it is. Putting that in cinemas New Year's Eve, and K-pop Demon Hunters is being re-released on Halloween. I think it's the sing-along version or something. I think so. They're putting it in cinemas. But yeah, this is interesting because they also did a little. Speaking of Guillermo del Toro again, they did a little brief release of Frankenstein in cinemas too. I think it's after a week or something, and then it's going to be released on Netflix on November 7th. I think it is. So that's soon. Which is interesting because I think there's been some experts and stuff talking about it, and Alicia Reese, who is a equity researcher at Wedbush Securities, came out and said, for a long time, Netflix's primary interest in getting its movies into theatres was for awards consideration or appeasing talent. But now Netflix has more interest now in trying to maximise reach. Yeah, I think it's kind of starting to. Netflix as a studio, etc., is starting to see the value in cinemas again, I suppose, which is interesting. I think they're kind of using it as a tool, because it says in the article that I read, Netflix seems to be embracing theatrical releases, seemingly reflecting a late realisation that movies shown in theatres often have greater cultural impact. But Netflix doesn't view theatres as a source of revenue. It said treating theatrical runs as a marketing tool. So they're kind of using theatres as like a billboard, essentially. Like, oh, look what we make. Oh, we make awesome movies, and now you can watch this for free on Netflix. Please sign up to Netflix because we make things like this. So it's a bit strange, really. Yeah, I can see why they're doing it, because they're trying to. Obviously, with like K-pop Demon Hunters and stuff, they know the popularity of it. So it's weird because wouldn't that be like 3 times it's been in the cinemas, maybe? It's quite a lot, isn't it? I suppose they kind of keep sprinkling it in there, don't they? So they can be like, oh yes, we have K-pop stuff, and we have like horror stuff, and obviously Stranger Things is like a cultural phenomenon, so you can see why they would put that in the cinemas, because it's like a big deal, isn't it? It's like one of the flagship shows as well. But then I don't really think the whole. Oh, I suppose it would get people talking, wouldn't it? If people went to see the finale in cinemas and they were like, it was the best thing ever, and then would that draw people to the streaming service? I suppose, would it? But surely people that are watching at this point, people that are watching Stranger Things are already going to watch the finale on there anyway. Like, they're either going to go to the cinema or they're going to watch it on Netflix, aren't they? I don't get how. It kind of goes over my head how streamers work. to be honest, because I don't get where the money comes from. Like, I get, oh yeah, people will sign up, but are people really signing up just to watch the end of, like, Stranger Things? Are they signing up to Netflix just to watch it? Like, is that happening? I see that. I think that's a bit stupid. Like, surely if they're watching it, they've already got it, haven't they? Because they will have watched all the other seasons. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it like some of you guys might do. Yeah, it's quite exciting. I'm excited to see. I might actually book tickets to go and see Stranger Things. But then it's New Year's Eve, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if I would sacrifice my New Year's Eve with family and stuff just to go. I mean, it's only 2 hours. It's only 2 hours of your whole day. It's going to be quite a rare thing, isn't it, to go and see the finale of a TV, like a worldwide phenomenal TV show in the cinemas. Like, I'm quite tempted. But yeah, what do you guys think of Netflix kind of starting to branch out into cinemas? Is that something that you saw coming? Is it something that you think is a bit desperate? Do you think they're like, oh yeah, we're losing viewers and must have to try and put things in cinemas, try and scrape some of them back? I don't know. I think it's quite clever really, because Netflix is one of like the monsters, isn't it? So I think it's probably still one of the top, even after, like, I know Apple Plus and stuff do make quality stuff. I think Netflix is obviously because of longevity. It's got like quite a long back catalogue and stuff, hasn't it, as well? So it can keep going forever and ever. But you know, we'll see. See if it's going to put anything else in cinemas. But then if they're doing this with the things that are coming out fresh, are they going to start doing it? Are they going to start like re-releasing? Do they have the rights to that, or is it only their own properties that they can like put in cinemas, or is it things that are actually on their streaming service can they put in cinemas? I don't know how it works. Time will tell. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this. If you don't like this, comment. All comments are welcome. Alright, next up, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, excitingly, Spider-Man 4 has got an exciting update. Yeah, I love the majority of Sam Raimi's Spider-Mans. Like, everyone kind of poos all over the third one, but I suppose a good trilogy. I mean, I prefer the first and the second one. But anyway, focusing on the story, screenwriter, one of the screenwriters of The Batman and Batman Part 2 has, excitingly, shown interest in writing a Spider-Man 4. So this is another puzzle piece that's fitting in for them actually getting this actually moving. Because the other week I reported on Kirsten Dunst showing interest, and now there's a screenwriter, and even Tobey Maguire has said in a book that was published about Spider-Man No Way Home, he said, I love these films and I love all of the different series. If these guys called me and said, would you show up tonight to hang out and goof around, or would you show up to do this movie or read a scene or do a Spider-Man thing, it would be a yes, because why wouldn't I want to do that? So it's exciting. Originally there was going to be a Spider-Man 4 in 2011. That's like a bit weird, so that the MCU just started, so that release would have been a bit weird. But yeah, there's creative differences, and that never actually got off the ground. And then they rebooted it in 2012 with Andrew Garfield. So yeah, Sam Raimi has also showed interest. But yeah, he said, I didn't think it was possible, but after jumping back in with the multiverse, I realised, just like Doctor Strange does, anything is possible now. So I'm completely open to it. Literally all we need is like a studio to get behind it. Come on, Sony. Maguire back. Come on. But yeah, the actual story is that what's the guy's name? Matson Tomlin. Where is he? This guy said, slow and steady wins the race. This was on X, by the way. There won't be anything to say about that for a long time, if ever, because it involves a lot of people and politics and things going right that have nothing to do with me. But I haven't gotten a no yet. I think that's pretty exciting, to be fair. That there's a writer and the director and Sam Raimi and two of the main stars of it are all saying yes. So come on, Sony, you're missing a trick. I've said this before. Like, them not utilising the other Spider-Man is lunacy. It's like I get with DC and like the whole, oh yeah, we don't want two Batmans because like one's not even created yet and the other one's kind of ongoing, so it's a bit messier. Whereas, like I said before, we've met so people like me that are older know the other Spider-Man already, and kids were introduced to the other Spider-Man No Way Home and the whole multiverse thing from Miles Morales, like animated Spider-Man. So like the whole multiverse thing is kind of all over the place at the minute. So it's not going to be that hard for people to get their heads around. You know what I mean? Like there being more than one Spider-Man. Like, we met they were in it for a decent amount of time. So like Tobey Maguire, some of us know the younger kids have been introduced to from their parents and stuff in No Way Home. So I feel like it's just money you're missing out on. I feel like there'll be so much. Like, I think I know how well No Way Home did, but I'd argue even better because you've got people like my generation that love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and stuff and just want to see him come back. Like, there's nostalgia. Like, the nostalgia of seeing that Spider-Man again, like, would be so cool. I just think it would it'd just make all the money, I think, personally. All of it, all the money. So come on, Sony, just get behind it. Get Raimi back. I know he's been floating around. Just do it in the MCU, you know what I mean? Not in the MCU, but like do it. Use Marvel Studios. Do it. Because obviously Fantastic Four happened in a different universe, so use Marvel and just do it through Marvel. Like just do a Sony Marvel. Like No Way Home. No Way Home was Sony Marvel, wasn't it? Just do it through that. It doesn't have to be purely Sony because they've been making garbage movies recently. So yes, yeah, that kind of thing. So come on, Marvel, make it happen. Marvel Studios, bully Sony, grumble at them until they back down and just do it. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man? Do you think he should retire his costume and never get in there again? Kirsten Dunst has also showed interest. Would you like to see her back? Like, obviously, because the idea, I think, is there would be like a family and they'd have kids and stuff, and that would be him kind of juggling usual Spider-Man way, juggling life and being Spider-Man, but with kids this time. I think that should be meant. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that would be a good idea? Do you think that you're kind of getting a bit bored of Spider-Man? Is Spider-Man done to death now? I don't know. But I love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man, so more Spider-Man the better. Segue to something else superhero related. Currently, Warner Brothers is up for sale. Yeah, these guys might not potentially have jobs for much longer, or not at least in the capacity that they have currently, because rumours are floating about that when WB is sold to whoever picks it up, there's a few people floating around. That's not really what the story is today, but James Gunn has been potentially addressing him not being there when Warner Brothers is sold off, which is a little bit worrying because the DCU is just kicking off. He has said that yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow. So now whether or not that will be me that's able to fulfill that promise depends on a lot of things in life. But yeah, obviously there he was referring to like the ongoing projects like Man of Tomorrow, if that's going to have any ongoing effects on the DCU, Peacemaker, Batman, all those kind of things, Supergirl, what he's supposed to be involved in. Obviously talking about whether people are speculating that when he stopped this, he was kind of petered off and said he was going to say if I stay, which sounds a little bit suspicious, and people are gripping onto that and saying, oh my god, he's going to leave, things are going to crumble again, and Batman and Superman are never going to be seen again. But I don't think it's that extreme, to be fair. It might not get sold, he might still leave, you know what I mean? But it will be a shame, because you'll have DC, which is just, I don't get it. I don't get why it's so hard to keep a universe going that's got so much to mine from. You know what I mean? I do appreciate what James Gunn tried to do, and he's spinning a lot of plates, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's doing like lanterns. He's trying to figure out Batman. He's got the Superman thing going. He's got Creature Commandos like in cartoon version. He's got Billy Matt Reeves over here with a different Batman. Is he going to be in the DCU? Is he not going to be in the DCU? Nobody knows. And then you got Penguin's done really well. So then they're like, do we keep a whole different Matt Reeves universe over here? And it's like, bloody hell. There's no wonder he's grey. But to be fair, I think he's just stopped dyeing his hair. To be fair, I didn't notice this, but like super white. Yeah, I don't know. I feel it's just going to be disappointing, isn't it, if he goes. To be fair, Superman is a good film. It's gone down well with fans and stuff, and well, most of them. And it made a bloody lot of money. Like there's people saying, "Oh yes, it didn't do well and stuff," but bloody hell, it made loads of money because he's got Man of Tomorrow coming out next year. He's got Supergirl coming out next year. I think there's like a Creature Commando season 2 coming in, which went. I don't know. Creature Commandos isn't talked about enough. I really enjoyed Creature Commandos, but it'd be better if it got brought and then he just stayed there. You know what I mean? Like, why would you get rid of him? I don't get it. Like, you've got a really good creative mind in James Gunn, and yeah, sometimes his style's a little bit much. Like he could be toned down a little bit. But someone did make a good point on something I watched the other day, saying that he needs somebody like Kevin Feige to tell him what not to do. Sometimes, which I thought was a good point, because sometimes he does do things that are a bit much. And I feel like obviously when he was in the MCU, he did like Guardians and stuff, and most of the humour and like the plots and the storylines and themes and stuff were digestible and they weren't too much, you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like in like Peacemaker and Superman and things, some of the humour didn't really land. Some of the stuff was a little bit too goofy. So I don't know if would he take a step down, do you reckon? Would he like work? You think they would give the job to somebody else to be the chief of DC if somebody else took it over? Would he work under somebody, do you reckon? Or would he just be like, nope, if I do what I want to do, then I'm out. I am out. But I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully. What do you guys think? Do you think that he'll just walk if someone else takes over? Takes over WB? Like, has he got quite a good relationship with Zaslav and stuff, who currently runs it? Would it be like, well, if he's not here, I'm not here kind of thing? I hope not. But I'd hope that he'd want to at least finish the ideas that he's got. Because I think he's got seems like he's got a good plan in place for the next few years at least. So hopefully he'd at least finish that. It does worry me a bit because I do like my superhero movies, and he's been pretty good so far. Like most of his superhero films and things that he's had input in have been good. So I feel like he needs to be someone that's kept around. So what do you think? Comments please on James Gunn and staying at WB and the sale of WB. Are you surprised that it's been sold again so soon? What do you think is going to happen with it? Who do you think is going to buy it? Let me know. Finally, I want to end on a nice positive note. The first reactions for Wicked for Good are super positive, which is nice. John M. Chu's highly anticipated sequel is out next month. The first part, which introduced us to Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba and Ariana Grande's Glinda, did over $700 million at the global box office, which has made it the most successful musical like ever, which is crazy. I suppose it's not really crazy though, considering that Wicked is one of those celebrated like shows like ever, isn't it? It has won Oscars, but apparently this one is going to win all the Oscars. There's been so many positive reviews. I've got one here from Jazz Tenge, who writes for Variety, saying that Get ready, because Wicked for Good exceeds all expectations. John M. Chu is a genius in the way he brings this to a close. Elphaba and Glinda's stories are expanded and leave you with an emotional gut punch at the end. Exciting stuff, because I really enjoyed the first part of Wicked. We like Wicked in this house. Me and my wife have been to see it in London a couple of years ago. It was really good, really well produced and stuff. Yeah, the kids love it. My daughter's watched it the other day. My daughter's still singing all the songs and stuff right around the house, which is pretty cute. Let me just get up a few more of these reviews just to hit home that it went down well. Deadline's Destiny Jackson hailed it as an epic and heartbreakingly tender conclusion to one of the most dynamic friendships in pop culture history. What else we got? Theatre Mania's editor-in-chief, David Gordon, says it's a thrill ride and a heartbreaker, and it's sexy and everything you want it to be. Yeah, Jazz Denke also commented specifically on Ariana Grande's performance, saying that she takes this performance to the next level. It's a tour de force. She also commented on the behind-the-scenes creatives and the world building and costumes of Alice Brooks and the cinematography. So yeah, praise. Ain't say nothing negative, which is nice. Because yeah, I think over the last few years, musicals seem to have made a massive comeback. You think, I feel like it was like Les Mis that did it, you know what I mean? Where we were starting to see, was La La Land before Les Mis? Look, there's something that's just gone, and like everybody loves musicals again, you know what I mean? There's one every year, isn't there now? You know what I mean? Like a good solid musical with a great cast. Because you've had La La Land, you've had Les Mis, you've had another Mamma Mia, you've had In the Heights, which is way underrated. In the Heights is awesome. It's got really good songs and stuff in it, and it's like a modern musical. You don't get many modern musicals. Yeah, that's really good. I like that one. Tick Tick Boom with Andrew Garfield, that's banging. There's so many. Like you get one every year now. I love a good musical. I just think it's like life, but like extra, which is awesome. I like a bit of extra life, flamboyance, but I like it. And yeah, I'm enjoying it more now as well because my younger daughter is really getting into the musicals and stuff. She likes singing and stuff, which is cute. She's dancing around the house and things. And I'm quite a singer of musical songs as well. I quite like it. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good thing I'm glad it's getting some positive feedback because I'm quite excited for the last bit. So I know it kind of weaves into Wizard of Oz at the end kind of thing. So I'm intrigued to see how they do that. Obviously, I mentioned that Coleman Domingo is voicing the Cowardly Lion last week, which is cool. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the other Wizard of Oz characters, like Dorothy and stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited? These reviews kind of hype you up even more, to be honest, and the trailer's really cool. Can't wait! I can't wait! That'd be a good, I don't know, we could do it around Christmas, to be fair. Or, yeah, because you've got that and you've got Stranger Things as well. So, both kind of alternate Christmas viewing, I suppose. Not the usual Christmas viewing that you sometimes get in like the Christmas films and stuff. It'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. What do you think of the reviews? Are you excited? Did they make you more excited? Were you already like 10 out of 10 excited for Wicked? Are you a huge fan of Wicked? Are you not that bothered about musicals, but Wicked kind of piqued your interest for some reason? I don't know, but I've seen that out there that people that aren't really that bothered about musicals have kind of been like, this was good, I like it. I don't know. Yeah, me personally, I don't know. I was quite moved by the first part. To be fair, you know, with the relationship between Glinda and Elphaba and stuff, it's that kind of outsider story, isn't it? And I do like stories like that. And the bit with the dance and stuff was really like affecting and stuff, and where she basically was being accepted for like the first time in her life by somebody. That was quite. A lot of people can kind of empathise with that, can't they? You know, that you kind of feel like outsiders and things, and I think that's what gives a Wicked kind of like a big appeal, I think, to people. Everyone likes an underdog. We'll have to see. Definitely going to do a review of Wicked once it's out. Probably like an out of the theatre. Might do like a family out of the theatre if we all go and see it together. That'd be quite cool. I've not done one of them yet. But yeah, that'd be quite nice. I might do that actually. I might ask the girls if they want to do a reaction with me. That'd be quite nice. Yeah, let me know. Are you excited for another Tobey Maguire Spiderman potentially? Do you think it's a good move for Netflix to start putting things in cinemas for a little bit and then having them released on Netflix later on? Is that a good strategy, do you think? Is it desperate? I don't know. Yeah. Do you agree with Simu Liu about AI and should it not be used to replace people because it's just taking jobs and things, and it's just another job that AI can take. Let me know. I will be back next week with another Matt's Movie News. Catch you then. Bye bye.